That's it.
Your ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.
Thank you for the
Such a
follow.
relief to hear from Jessica. All those images I had of her getting... I'm just glad my imagination was wrong. You know, I really should be at Noxatec to check out... Well, look, I'm not going anywhere until I see Jessica again. I've had so many horrific images sweeping in my head, the only thing that can put me at ease is seeing that smile of hers with my own eyes.
Oh, there she is. Let's save. Jessica is alive. Enter. Save. Alright. Well, good. I'm glad to have you here. I do play a lot of adventure games. Like, an insane amount. I got your page about Frankie. What happened?
He's in hysterics. He's hallucinating.
Take it easy, Jessica, and calmly tell me what happened.
A few hours ago, Frankie barged into my apartment and collapsed on the couch. It was really strange. He didn't say a word. Didn't even bring up money issues. He always brings up money issues. All he said was that he was feeling really ill.
Is there anything you can do?
Well, I left him alone. I mean, what else could I do, right? I heard moaning, and when I ran back in, he was twitching all over. He threw me to the floor and started beating his head up against the wall. He wouldn't stop.
He's on the blue. He's on the blue.
He's still in my apartment. When his skin started peeling off his arm, I ran out of there.
He's on the blue. He's been taking the blue. He took too much blue. I'll be okay. It'll be okay, Jessica.
All right. What do you want to know?
You said before you knew nothing about blue dust. I need to know.
Oh, Tim, I'm so sorry. I didn't tell you before because I didn't want you getting involved.
So then you do know about ice rock?
Yeah. Every druggie in the city has been scavenging for it since its shipment stopped a week ago.
Yeah, it causes skin
It's
peeling.
what Frankie got hooked on.
It causes skin peeling and internal eating of your internalness. That made sense, right? Do you have any clue as to why it stopped?
Everyone's been asking that, but nobody has the answer.
How can the demand still be so high when people are clearly dying from it?
You just don't understand, Tim. The craving for it just takes control of you. I saw it happen to Frankie.
Frankie didn't exactly seem like he was in control in the first place.
Well, it's not just him that this is happening to. A couple of people he used to hang out with disappeared a few days ago. I heard they went nuts and ran off in a frenzy. Both of them were also on ice rock.
Stay calm, Jessica. We'll go upstairs and check it. No, what? Why are we gonna do that?
Okay.
I think he's dead.
Oh my god! Jessica, get a hold of yourself. Look, I know someone who can help you.
He's dead, Tim!
Go down to the police station and give the desk sergeant this. He'll take you to see Captain Barbarelli. Tell him I sent you and explain to him everything that's been going on. He can help work things out. Trust me.
He's dead, Tim. Yeah, and that. Alright, save. He is dead, Tim. not time. Tim.
Welcome. Come in. Fresh victims from my ever-growing army of the undead.
Thanks for that, follow.
Well, son of a
Save.
bitch.
Save. Alright. Let's look at oh, we can't look at the body.
Every time you glance at Frankie's decomposing body, you feel nauseous.
It looks very decomposed. Like, there's a skull. Like,
An overflowing ashtray and 2 skin magazines clutter an otherwise clean floor.
does that mean porn?
A vidphone remains cold from its lack of use. A jewelry box sits on the dresser, filled with little trinkets and imitation diamonds. Every time you glance, it's a bad vintage. They call it a coffee table, but it's only holding flat beer at the moment.
That means it's a beer table.
Curtains cover this closed window.
Curtains for Frankie.
Every time you glance,
We can use our UV goggles. UV goggles.
a pair of UV goggles you buy.
Do it. Oh, we can't do it. I can't use the UV goggles. Oh, there's a door to the bathroom. Let's check out the bathroom.
The doorway is slightly ajar, allowing a limited view of a surprisingly clean bathroom. Although you feel quite sick from looking at the body, a breath of fresh air would probably make you feel better. Although you feel...
So go in the door.
The door... Although you feel...
I'm confused.
Although you feel quite sick from...
We played a lot of good games, and we played some really, really horrible ones too. But you know, it's been a fun time.
Although you feel quite sick from looking... Although you feel...
It's been a fun time. Let's go outside. Said I could use
You
a brush
return
of
to the
there.
street.
I don't feel like there's anything here. Is there anything actually here? I don't think there's anything here.
It's raining tacos.
Let's see if I can go somewhere else. Oh, I got a new place. Let's go here.
You take the subway to Noxitech Imports.
This can't be true. Victor Ambrose? Well, I suppose he is way too charitable not to have any hidden motives. Oh, come on. I'm accusing Victor Ambrose of bribing a pharmaceutical company. Well, maybe it was someone in the shadows of the Ambrose Foundation, like an employee who was trying to mislead Victor. Nah, he didn't get as far as he did by being stupid. But why would he risk his company for these mass supplies of unstable drugs? And what about Frankie? Or what was left of him? Must be really hard on Jessica, although part of me wonders why. I mean, he was such an abusive asshole. As tough as things seem to her now, I definitely think it's much better for her in the long run. Let's see what I can dig up at Noxitech. Perhaps Barbarelli could help me if I get in too deep. I feel really bad about blackmailing him, but what am I supposed to do? He's directly preventing me from solving this mystery. If only he wasn't so damn stubborn. Still, it's not the first time we've been in this situation.
Maybe he's somehow involved. Thanks for the taco party, Average Goon. Alright. What? Who's this dude? Save. Noxy. Something. Noxy Imports. Save. There's a door. There's this guy. There's a mask factory. A police car.
An old model police car rests by the curb, inert. A young pale officer sits with a blank expression on his face, utterly motionless. You tap on the window, and with a mechanical motion the officer turns his head, then he turns away, disinterested.
Pawn shop? Suck this guy. Yeah, I'm curious what games that you're most interested in seeing.
Hey, buddy, it ain't wise bricking the buildings.
What? What do you say? I was just looking around. I was snooping, but please don't tell anyone.
Sure, pal. That kind of attitude won't get you far in life. Hey, buddy, it ain't wise bricking the buildings. Sure, pal.
It's raining tacos.
That kind of attitude. Hey, buddy, it ain't. That kind of attitude won't get you far in.
Okay, I can't be nice.
Plastic vent shafts snake around this dead building. A barely discernible sign reads Straczynski Manufacturing. A Rainbow Systems alarm box clings to the side of the building.
Disarm
You lean
burglar
close
alarm.
to the alarm to get a better look.
Oh no.
The alarm's case is locked tightly.
All right, we can do this. We got a freaking letter. We got a letter knife. That'll clearly open this, right?
It seems to be attached too tightly to pry off.
Damn it.
A yellow chromium case masks the sensitive insides of the alarm.
Pour acid. Use acid.
The sulfuric acid does not oxidize readily with the chromium casing. Thinking back to your college days, you wish you'd paid more attention in chemistry class.
Man, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah, I did do the first Chirondia. We haven't done the other ones yet. I think the second one is on the is in the queue.
The alarm's case is locked tight.
Yeah, you can. There's definitely information about how you do the votes and stuff. And I acknowledge that it's complicated, but it's not that complicated. It's there on the site. Yeah, you go there and you click the voting queue. And there should be, by all the games, there's a little button you can click. That'll copy and paste the thing you need to type into the chat. What are you doing? Stop it, Nikita. Yeah, I made it. I have a little
You
thing.
return.
It'll copy the exclamation point add tacos in the name of the game, so that you don't have to like go hunting for it. Oh no! What do we need? What do we need? What are you doing, Nikita? Stop it!
A rainbow system. You lean close.
Pipe. Oh, maybe we can dissolve the pipes with the
The
acid.
label warns.
Stop it. Stop messing with my stuff. No.
The sulfuric acid does not oxidize readily with the chromium casing.
I can't use it on the pipes either.
The alarm's case.
Can I do it on the hinge? No. I haven't. Yeah, I don't think I've read the book series.
It looks as good.
Why did I just click that? I don't know.
A pair of wires. A yellow chromium case.
What am I supposed to do?
You returned.
Maybe I can do it with. Maybe I can do it outside of this. Maybe I have to be outside
The
of
label.
it. Nikita, what are you doing? Stop it! Why are you doing that? What? What in the world? This cat is being so weird. What are you doing? She's attacking, or she's trying to play with my VR headset. And I don't know why. I don't understand why she's doing it. No, the actual headset. Like, I thought it was just a cord. But no, she's trying to play with the whole thing and move it around and make it fall off the shelf that it's on. She's like just rubbing up against it. I mean, I guess I didn't wear it, so maybe she likes the smell of it. I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know why she's doing it. I don't want her to like chew on it or anything, but she's not a cat to do that. All right, what do I do? What do I do? What's my next move here? It's not
A
this.
rainbow system.
With great caution, you try and enter the building. However, the air of quietness is disturbed. Okay, there we go. And so we got caught. And we died. That's a death. Nice. Well, there we go. We died. Kind of a boring death, honestly. Trash.
Discarded rubber masks float in a thick, oily sludge.
Hey, buddy, it ain't wise breaking into buildings. Sure, pal. That kind of attitude.
All right.
Fermented suds await the twist of a bottle cap.
May I give this to him? Here, you want that?
Now you're talking.
A tired, gruffy man.
Okay. Well, that worked. I'm going on the...
Did you come to join?
I didn't even mean to... I didn't even mean to talk to you.
Listen, it could have been my daughter.
Yeah.
Make sure you...
I didn't mean to talk to you. I meant to go in here. Because that's what I clicked. And the game was like, nah. Alright, let's just find out if there's some acid and some different
You walk
acid
down
in
the
here. Is there any different... Maybe there's different, maybe different stuff. Let's look at this shelf.
There are various powdered and liquid reagents on the shelf, including some inexpensive acids.
Ooh, inexpensive acids.
You pick up a bottle marked HCl concentration.
We got more acid. Nice. All right. I just steal your
Open
acid.
the door.
I'm just gonna steal some acid.
You walk out the door.
No big deal. Just stealing some acid. Don't worry about it.
You open the door.
Gosh, I thought the game law froze up.
You take the subway.
Getting a little bit paranoid about the game freezing up now. Alright, we're gonna save again. Alright, let's try this acid. See if this acid works. It seemed like acid was the way to go.
You lean close to the alarm to get a better look.
Alright, acid. Acid. Where's my acid? Here it is. Oh, it's in a beaker.
You carefully pour the acid onto the case.
Holy cow. That worked pretty well. Now I have some wires.
A long red wire twists between two circuits. A thin yellow wire links two circuits. A taut blue wire. It's a short green wire.
I don't have any how to disarm alarm systems book. So how am I supposed to know which ones to cut? Huh? How do I know which ones to cut? Well, I am good with I am good with backseating as long as you don't actually know the answer. I'm 100% okay with that. I feel like we're playing these games together, like as a team.
A pair of
Let's just cut a wire. We'll go with the red one.
The wire cuts with a quick snap.
Okay. Okay. The red one cut. All right. And then what? Red, and then yellow. Cut them all at the same time. Yellow.
The wire cuts with a quick snap.
Okay.
A pair of wire cutters you found.
Green.
The wire cuts with a quick snap.
All right.
A pair of wire cutters.
Blue.
The wire cuts with a...
All right. I cut them all. Cool. What's the most amount of full-size donuts I've ever eaten in one sitting? I don't know. Like, probably not a lot. And one sitting is like...
You return to the sidewalk.
So, I went Roy G. Biv just for the heck of it. Red. There was no orange. Yellow. Green, blue. I went Roy G. Biv. I thought of my Roy G. Biv. Alright, here we go. Let's go in.
The door swings open with a rusty creak.
Oh no, the game locked up. If I got this right first try, I'm amazed.
A pair of wire.
I'm just gonna try and cut something that's not the right one. That's not one we used.
The wire cuts with...
Multi-colored miners must switch between the stubs of your fingers while working with determined silence. A stray wire jabs the base of your thumb and droplets of red sprinkle from the circuit board. You swiftly bite your tongue in an attempt to suppress any potential screams. With great diligence, you manage to work as silently as the alarm you tripped. However, the air of quietness is soon disturbed by the police officers. Says, "Oh my God, we got it right the first time. Roy G. Biv for the win." Holy cow. Roy G. Biv for the win. That's what I did. I just Roy G. Biv
A pair
did.
of wire cutters.
I went red.
The wire cuts with a quick snap.
Yellow.
The wire cut. A pair of...
How are we supposed to know this, though?
The wire cut.
Is there any logic to this?
The wire cut. You return to the side.
I don't think there's any logic to that. Like, I really don't. I'm gonna say no logic to that. Save. I'm gonna save again. And we're gonna moon logic it, because I feel like that's a trial and error puzzle. I mean, somebody can tell me I'm wrong. And then we're gonna try this. We're gonna turn narration off and go in the door. The door swings open with a rusty creak. No, it's still locked up. Oh no, it didn't lock up! It didn't lock up! Turning narration off may have fixed it yet again. Okay. Inside. Noxy. Save. Alright. Square biohazard container.
A blatant biohazard sticker marks the lid on this container. There's also a fine layer of dust sitting on the top of the container, which suggests it has been untouched for quite some time. A wooden crate sits by itself with no label or marking.
There may have been a hint I missed somewhere, that's true. It's possible.
A long
Let's talk to this person. This could be a bad idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. Maybe we'll freak him out and he'll die of a heart attack.
It has to be here. Where is it?
Uh-oh! Oh! Gross!
Could you please open the cap for me? To Victor Ambrose. Thank you. I needed that for my nerves. Is there anything I can do for you?
What? Why did you say to Victor Ambrose? You just ate a donut? Nice. I just ate some cookies.
He's not the humanitarian everyone thinks he is.
Oh yeah?
Look, all those donations are nothing but fronts. For every act of goodness, there's a personal agenda attached with it.
Oh, and how would you know?
I know because I was head of Project Emmers, a project he personally funded and eventually abused. I hypothesized that you could alter brainwave patterns through chemical induction. No one wanted to fund my idea, or at least until Victor came along.
What happened?
He fully funded the project and gave me complete control. Well, in the beginning, he did. My staff and I thought that if we were successful, Victor would use the findings to stimulate brainwave activities in the retarded.
What does this mean?
It means they could gain the intellectual capacity they were always meant to have. But when the work progressed, Victor made some very odd requests. He asked to have the drug not only increase their mental activity, but their bodily strength.
And that didn't strike you as being odd?
I was so wrapped up in my progress,
Yeah.
I never questioned his strange request or his motive.
What did you do to increase their strength?
We added chemicals that would increase a person's adrenaline. But the more progress we made, the more impatient Victor became. He felt that it was unrealistic to test lab rats because of the difference in brain activity. He supplied new volunteers, the homeless.
Then what happened?
One day at the lab, we injected a bum with the chemical. He immediately went into convulsions. At first, I was horrified, but by the end, I was actually quite excited to find out what would happen. He died painfully. After a while, I was no longer bothered by the inhuman experiments.
But were there other fronts? Ectocooler.
Sure, many. For instance, the psychiatric hospital.
So, Primex Pharmaceuticals is just another front?
Victor needed a big supply of highly controversial drugs necessary to synthesize the ice rock compound. So, he brought in Primex Pharmaceuticals, specifically its president, Felden Malthus.
How does Noxitec figure in?
Victor then created Noxitex as a dummy company where the chemicals would be dropped off. In turn, Victor would reimburse Primex out of the Ambrose Foundation donation funds. It was all working out pretty well until a few weeks ago when Felden started backing out of the agreement.
Why did he do that?
The cops started investigating his establishment, and Felden, who was a nervous man to begin with, backed out real quick. Victor was furious.
Now that explains why he was killed. I see. Yeah, they're using some pretty, some language from the 90s that's kind of gotten displaced. And this is relating to the blue dust on the streets.
You must mean the, oh, come on, my memory's fading. The ability to recall facts is the first to go. I remember. Ice rock compound. What was out on the street was an early version of the chemical compound that Victor was looking for.
An early version?
We made a grave miscalculation. It caused the body to decay rather than stimulate muscle and neurological growth.
How did it get into the street at that unstable level?
When the compound was tested on the hospital patients, they reacted positively to it. They became physically stronger and more mentally active. That eventually led us into a way of influencing brainwave patterns. What surfaced soon after was,
Go on.
With enough manipulations of their brainwaves, Victor was able to make them do anything. Anything. Hit themselves, run into walls, you name it. But Victor needed an ultimate test of control. So he ordered one of them to slit her own throat.
Did she?
The patient picked up a knife and slit her own throat without so much as blinking. It really scares me to think about it.
That doesn't explain how ice rock got on the street.
Victor felt that the ice rock compound was ready to be tested on a larger scale. The compound went into production and was released on the street about 3 weeks ago. Now at first the drug really caught on. All those who experienced it got hooked.
I guess he ran into some complications.
2 weeks ago, bodies started turning up in the city decayed. The drug had somehow caused adverse effects on the people in the street.
The original and mass-produced drugs were different?
No, that's what's so baffling. The retarded patients had positive reactions, while an average person reacted negatively.
This can't be related to the serial killer, can it?
Huh. Serial killer. I wish he was. Then at least I wouldn't be responsible. There's no killer. All these slash bodies are caused by the offsprings of our experiments. A week ago, one of the mutated patients had a neurological breakdown and escaped.
That would be a serial killer. I mean, right? I mean, if they're killing them.
He must have had a major increase in endorphins because he had enough adrenaline to rip through the steel-barred cell. He ran into the lab that I was in. He trashed the place. He threw me into a rack of concentrated ice rock chemicals.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
A broken vial cut and infected me. I should have known this would happen. I should have stopped it before. I should have. Oh man. This is the end for me, I'm afraid.
How long have you got left?
My time is limited. I'm getting increasingly dizzy and more irritable. At first I could hide the symptoms because they were internal. But now I feel it spreading. I ran over here to Noxitec to see if I could find a cure.
I wish I could help, but that killer is still out there. There doesn't seem to be much left here.
It seems like a foolish idea now, but I thought just maybe they would leave something helpful. But there's nothing here. And now I'm mutating into that goddamn killer.
I wish I could help, but that killer is still out there.
All abusers of ice rock go the same way. Eventually, the adrenaline increases so much that the hydrochloric acid in the stomach erupts and eats away at the lining. Soon all the organs are destroyed. I wouldn't be surprised if the escaped creature dies by daybreak.
Oh, I see. So they all turn into this. I gotcha. So that's why the cops find the druggies all decomposed.
Exactly. The acid eats them clean. That's going to be me soon. It was never supposed to end this way. I was supposed to be helping the disabled, for Christ's sake. Oh, where did everything go wrong?
Ever been to the city mortuary?
What the hell kind of question is that? Have I ever been there? No. But every day I'm getting closer. Did you hear about the mortician there? He also got slashed. You just can't escape it.
Yeah, but why did the creature choose the mortuary?
I'm not really sure. Maybe the faint smell of formalin drove one of them towards the morgue. We used similar chemicals on some of the test subjects. The reaction seemed to intensify their adrenaline high.
But the mortician was hit by a locker that was forced open.
Well, the creature probably opened the locker to suck the formalin from the preserved body. He probably nabbed the body and leapt out of the building with it.
That explains the locker, but...
As for the mortician, he was probably there at the wrong time. Poor bastard. I'd hate to be the man who saw that mess.
You don't know anything about Nick Dawson, do you?
Well, I never met him. But I do know what happened to him. Was he a friend of yours?
You could say that.
Apparently, one of Victor's guards saw the guy snooping around our operation. I don't even know how he found out about us.
And?
Another one of the mutants tried to escape a couple of nights back. It broke out of its cage and slashed a nurse in the face. But this time, it was stopped by Victor himself.
What? How did he stop it?
All Victor did was stare the creature down. He didn't even say a word. It just whimpered back into its cage like a domesticated pet.
So what does all this have to do with Nick?
Rumor had it he was ready to talk to the authorities, so Victor wanted to teach him a lesson. He tracked Nick to a park. From what I heard, Victor's pet dismembered the poor guy like a rusty blender.
That's an extreme lesson. That's not a lesson. If you kill him, it's not a lesson. Because they're dead. That's not really a lesson when you kill him. So what happened to Victor's pet?
Fortunately for the rest of us, its time expired. Victor's impatience led him to overdose his pet on ice rock.
So what's the connection to the psychiatric hospital?
Eventually, the police investigated the rapid disappearance of the homeless. Victor, realizing that he would have to get a supply of test subjects elsewhere, he built a psychiatric hospital. This provided an incredible new supply of volunteers.
Surely people will know the patients are missing.
Many patients came from abusive families who wanted nothing to do with them. Once they were dumped in the hospital, even families who cared wanted nothing to do with them. No one cared what happened to them.
Can you tell me any more? Man, we're getting
After bumping off Feldon, Victor shut down Noxitec so that it wouldn't be traced back to him. I'm sure he conveniently lost all of the financial paperwork.
Not all. Not all.
It's too late. I'm just going to sit here and accept my fate.
Can you tell me more about Feldon?
I know the most important thing about him. Why he died.
You're willing to tell me? I mean, I think it's obvious.
Well, this is the end for me, so what the hell do I have to lose? Feldon wanted to back out of his deal with Victor, and they got into a huge fight. Feldon threatened to spill the whole operation to the cops if Victor tried anything.
Yeah, so what did he do?
Feldon thought they were meeting at the Skyline restaurant to work out their differences, but Victor had really arranged to have him bumped off there.
Bump him off?
Sure. He made the assassination look like a random shootout so no one would suspect it was a setup. Besides, Victor had the perfect alibi. There were over 20 witnesses there who could prove that he never laid a hand on Feldon.
So where is Victor going to get the chemicals? Unless
he has already found another way. My God, it'll be the death of this city.
The city? Victor can do more damage than that. Where is he?
I'm not sure. When I discovered I was mutating, I got the hell out of there. There's no way I'm going to let him dissect me. But I do have an idea where he might be.
Oh yeah? Where?
Go to the psychiatrist's quarters near the hospital. He might be there. Victor provides residence there for people working on the project. You can reach the underground lab through the basement of the building.
I take it that your opinion of New Arhus isn't high.
You know, a lot of people used to complain about how degenerated the city is becoming, and I suppose at one point I thought that also.
But now?
But now I just think how wonderful it was to take walks at night and see how the city lights twinkled like stars in the sky. The city noises, the busy activities. I'm going to miss it all when I'm gone.
And what do you think about the Rubin Corporation?
Well, everyone despises them for destroying the park. But what they did is nothing compared to what Victor Ambrose is planning to do. I think it's a superficial cover-up of a real tragedy. But hell, I'm in this so deep I don't think I could even pull off a superficial cover-up.
Welcome, come in. Fish
Any
victims
insight on the
from my
Skyline
ever-growing army of
restaurant?
the undead.
I'm sure it's full of holes by now. Never could figure out why Victor was so infatuated with that place anyhow.
Thanks for the follow. I better go. All right. Well, this was just like a giant lore dump. So we'll call it lore dump. Save. There, we got some lore. I don't think there's probably nothing else we can do here, but you never know. We'll just like mess with everything.
A puff of cool mist rushes out of the container, revealing several labeled hypodermic injectors inside.
Ooh.
You look at the different hypodermic injectors and decide to take one that would be the least likely to hurt someone. You pick out a spray marked Valium, check to make sure the plastic cover is intact, and pocket it.
Ooh, hypodermic injectors. Nice. What's this? Nothing.
It looks like it has been sealed shut. Besides, it says biohazard. Containers labeled biohazard usually are not things you want to come in contact with.
Whatever, open it anyway.
It looks like it has...
Use the crate mover.
Several large boxes are stacked next to each other with layers of thick dust on them. Invoices range from animal cages to computer printers.
Computer printers? Nice.
You open the door.
I opened the door.
You walk outside.
Walk outside. Have you played this one, some ghost dude? Alright. Let's save again as lore dump. Save. Save. I don't know what... It seems like his plan is to basically make a army of super soldiers that is completely under his control. I guess. I mean, that's what I get from what's going on. Oh, so that guy. Hopefully not. I hope not. I hope that's not what his plan is.
You take the subway to the psychiatric hospital.
So that's the secret that remained with Nick, and he died trying to tell it to me. Oh, Nick, did you think having me publish an article would be enough? Had you realized the implications of what you had found? I wonder if Steinman did. Hell, I wonder if anyone understands what's really going on. I mean, if I don't stop Victor, it can be the end of everything. Now that I really know why Nick died, I'm unsure if meeting Dr. Steinman was a blessing or a curse. How can anyone be part of something so horrific? I'd like to believe he was misled, and he was in a lot of ways, but let's face it, he lied to himself about everything, and now he's suffering for it. Still, he tried to redeem himself at the end, or maybe he tried to redeem himself because he knew it was the end. Either way, he cleared up a lot for me.
This lady is on here all the time.